All right, what's the matter with the stock of NRG? It's the owner of the largest fleet of power plants in the United States. During a year when the utilities have been among the best performing sectors, NRG is actually down for 2014. Stock barely more than a point above its 52-week low. Some of this has to do with the fact that we had a mild summer, which in turn means that there was less demand for electricity. NRG made less money because of that. But I think another part of NRG's underperformance has to do with the fact that it's kind of a complicated story. NRG has a retail arm, 3 million customers. As a business arm, it supplies electricity to corporate customers. Has a wholesale power generation business. Plus, the company has an alternative energy side with some important solar assets, where it's also made a couple of big acquisitions this year. Oh, and the company spun off this incredibly successful Yield Co. in the summer of last year, NRG Yield, as a better way to raise cash than borrowing via the bond market. What a stock that's been. Now, NRG has rolled out a reorganization plan that I think may be a little arcane. However, I think NRG is a visionary energy company, and with its first ever analyst day coming next year, the present week, this could be your chance to buy this at a discount. So let's check in with David Crane, the president and CEO of NRG Energy, find out more about his company and how it is doing. Mr. Crane, welcome back to Mad Money.
Jim.
Good to see you, David.
Great to see you.
All right. One of your biggest backers is Deutsche Bank. Have a seat. And Deutsche Bank is saying, listen, following a poorly received call yesterday, they're talking about the last conference, and then they say that maybe this is a streamlined strategy is necessary because people don't understand it. In fact, isn't your company just a provider of energy in the cleanest way possible, wherever it is? Hopefully, some places are not that clean, but you're trying to make them cleaner.
That's right. Well, it's a company in transformation from an all fossil fuel past to a part fossil fuel and clean energy future. And you're right, at the end of the day, this is about providing electricity to the American public, and it's just doing it in new ways, cleaner ways, more convenient ways. And so the company's in transformation. So, you know, you have a lot of people that are still focusing on the past as we transcend to the future. But I think it's going to become a lot clearer as we go forward.
Well, as someone who goes to Lincoln Financial and I saw the windmills, and one of my friends said, hey, what are they trying to figure out which way the wind's blowing? I said, no. Solar in the parking lot, windmill. This is the way NRG makes it so that we don't just use this old-fashioned baseload power.
Yeah, well, in the Eagle Stadium, it's the largest renewable energy array in the NFL. You saw the windmills at the 2 end zones, but there's solar panels on the top of the roof. There's solar panels in the parking lot, and there's solar panels on the side of the building. It's 3 megawatts of clean energy, and it shows me that renewable energy is actually a visual aspect of electricity, as are solar panels. I mean, as an energy provider, we're getting into something we've never had to do before, which is to worry about aesthetics. You know, what does it...
That's a really good point.
What does it look like? But for a business that's going to adopt clean energy, it's also a billboard. You don't need to have a little plaque on the side of your building anymore saying, you know, this convenience store is powered by clean energy. You put a solar panel on the roof, and everyone knows it's powered by clean energy.
Now, one of the things I like about you guys is the world's changing, and there might be a time when we all have these on our roofs, and the companies that don't move, the companies that are staying the same and not transforming, they're going to lose customers like mad. That's not your game plan.
No, I mean, there's something like 120 million homes in the United States, roughly 30 to 50 million, depending on who you talk to, should have solar panels on them and my
50 million roofs could use solar panels in the United States, where it's cloudy a lot and it's raining. It still works.
Yeah, 50 million houses, and if you think that at an average solar installation cost of $25,000 to $30,000, which you can do with zero money down now, that's a $1.5 trillion market. I mean, you show me a lot of other $1.5 trillion markets that are just barely scratched right now.
But one of the things that bothers me is, because you know I'm a big supporter of your company, I really love the Yield Co., frankly. That's been just amazing. But Solar City has a $5 billion, I always think of it as Katy City. We're from the similar. Solar City has a $5 billion valuation. You could be Solar City tomorrow if you wanted to. Right?
Well, not quite tomorrow, but we hope to. I mean, by well within 2015, we expect people to be talking about us in the residential solar business.
18 months. 18 months is reasonable.
No, 6 months.
6 months, you will be the residential power. If I want to, because I want a solar panel on my home, but I don't want to go through the rigmarole. I just want it made easy. So I'm just going to be looking up on the web, looking you up.
Yes, yeah. I mean, a lot of sales, there's door-to-door sales, internet sales of residential solar. People are buying it through all different avenues. In Home Depot in the Northeast, you buy residential solar from us. Yes, these types of panels, yes. And we don't we're not a solar manufacturer.
But the cost has come down.
The cost is way down, way down. And we're technologically agnostic, but here, I mean, if you prefer this look, if you prefer this look, and there's a lot more potential But you're not betting on which solar or PV technology wins when you bet on us. What you're betting on is the societal trend towards people using more of these. Because we don't make these things, we put them on your roof and then make electricity with them.
Now, will we be in a time when the states will say, listen, to the power companies, you got to take the individuals stuff everywhere?
We're
close, right?
Each state's going to be different in terms of how they're regulating solar power, but this is a trend like with cell phones that's not going to be stopped.
Right. Now, you also have big natural gas. You have coal. Where are we going in terms of of coal in this country? Will we be out of coal 5 years from now, no longer use it? Will be all nat gas? Do we have enough nat gas if we start exporting nat gas? Where's the market 5 years from now?
Well, I mean, the nat gas revolution has been astonishing, but if you start sort of saying everyone that wants to use it for a chemical industry, for compressed natural gas cars, complete displacement of coal-fired power. I mean, that's more natural gas than we have. So you don't bet against the producers of natural gas right now because they've been right for the last 6 years. But, our view is that we want coal to be part of the future. We just don't want to put carbon in the atmosphere. So on one of our coal plants, we're building the largest carbon capture project in the world. And if we can turn carbon from a liability to an asset, that's going to be another whole realm of value creation for NRG. But that's a little more than 6 months.
But I think you're the only utility I know that is actually saying, listen, 5 years from now, we'll be dinosaurs unless we make these moves. And that's why I think NRG's got the future. In the meantime, I think Yoko is just brilliant. Everyone's going to emulate it. Everybody.
Okay.
All right. That's David Cramer, President and CEO of NRG Energy. Tremendous number of the documents. You can all read about it. And believe me, if it had been different weather this summer, we would have had a stock that's probably 40% higher than it is. Mad Money's back into the break.